Hello, welcome back to Colonel O'Truth's Miniature Issues. In this episode I'm showing how I built a picturesque stone bridge for the little corner of Undercrag City known as the Cascade. The bridge starts life as a simple piece of card. I'm plotting out the dimensions of the two matching sides, and on a separate piece of card I've designed the curvature of the bridge. Having laid out my dimensions, I'm cutting out 1/2 of my sketch. This will serve as a template to get everything nice and even. Now I'm carefully cutting out the pieces. Make sure you've got a good sharp blade for this, you don't want it to slip or tear the card. When I'm happy that the sides match, I'm going to put some horizontal supports in. First, the ends. Piece of foam there just supporting the middle. Keep things from falling over. It's all very lightweight, it tends to move, so it takes a bit of fiddling about, but it'll get there. And once it's all in place, leave it alone, let the glue dry. Now that that's dry, I'll check my inside dimension, and I'm cutting a piece of paper. You've seen this paper before, it's thick paper from my sketchbook. I'm cutting a length of this and gluing it underneath the bridge. Now the inside of the bridge. Same approach, another strip of paper. I'm laying this over, but not pressing it onto all of the surfaces. I want it to form a curve. And while that's drying, I'm cutting out strips of card to create some brickwork. I'm starting with the stones at the end of the bridge. Just hand cutting pieces of stone from this card. If you'd like to see more about Undercrag City and how it's developed so far, please subscribe to this channel, like, share, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and you'll be able to keep up with everything that's happening. Back to the bridge. Now that I've got a number of stones cut, I'm lining up a few at the end of the bridge. leaving a gap between them and matching them on the inside. And now onto the arch. Roughly plotting out how the stone should be laid. I've decided on a larger keystone in the middle. And now I'm adding more stones to the rest of the bridge. These are all sorts of different sizes and shapes, and I'm putting them in fairly randomly. You can be quite liberal with your glue here. PVA will shrink as it dries. I've rounded off the corners of most of these. With both sides of the bridge done inside and out, it's time to do the tops. These stones will all be the same width, but not necessarily the same length, and once again I've rounded off the corners. I've also shaped the ends of the bridge so that they're not too square. My favourite, a cat food box. More strips of card. Slightly larger this time. Again, different lengths, with the corners cut off. And in we go. It's a matter of finding what will fit where. That took a while, but it's looking good. It's going to sit just here, by the mill house, in between the mill and the top of the north stair. Now I'm coating the entire model with a thin coat of PVA. And on a sheet of paper, baking soda. Liberally sprinkling it on and shaking it straight off. And a light brushing. Once it's dried, I can paint it. Dark grey first, the same dark grey as I use on all of the stonework in Undercrag. Now a light grey dry brush, and this will really bring out the stone texture. The baking soda has given the model a lovely rough surface, without obscuring the detail, of course. After the light grey, white. Now a thin black wash. If you've watched previous videos, you'll know this is 1 part black ink to 16 parts water. It looks very black, but it fades as it dries. Here it is dry. And finally, some rust ink. This is the same colour I use for all of the roof tiles in Undercrag. Just to brighten things up a bit, just on the capstones. And when that's finished, it'll be almost time to set it into the rest of the model. There's a few bits to do first. Please keep watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.